Today, I want to talk about something that I think every entrepreneur struggles with. And this is part of being human: focus and clarity. I'm not gonna lie, this has been one of the hardest parts of life's journey for me, personally. It's also one of the reasons why I started building this brand. So let's get into it. When you're building something from ground up, right, there are so many moving parts to that thing that you're building. So much information, so much ideation, so much iteration, so much planning that goes into bringing that vision to life. There are so many decisions to be made. So for me, staying focused while also trying to maintain a clear vision of what I'm doing has been a constant challenge. Earlier this year, I was diagnosed with ADHD during therapy. I started therapy last year, and it was until this year, after unpacking a lot, that I realized during therapy that I have ADHD. Honestly, I've never been for one with labels, and I resisted it because I wanted to believe nothing was wrong with me. The illusion of perfection, you know. But the more I reflected, the clearer things became, patterns of hyperfunctioning, impulsive decisions, and the constant feeling of being overwhelmed. I've been a master at masking these things, even from myself. So coming to terms with it as its own downside and dark side, like guilt. So some days I find myself asking if only I'd known sooner, what could I have avoided? But the truth is, the past is the past, and there's nothing I can really do to change it. I'll also be lying if I say I don't still feel that guilt from time to time, especially when I think about relationships I've sabotaged along the way. But it's all part of being human, and it's nothing to apologize for. We are being human. Finding out how your brain works later in life can kick you in the butt. Like, that's just one of the things that comes with finding out you have ADHD as an adult. I've also and always have that inkling that something was different, but could never really put my finger on it. I remember last year, a good friend pointed it out, but I dismissed it. I couldn't picture myself having ADHD. Anyway, therapy helped me uncover this, and through the sessions, I was able to see the positives too. I realized that what felt elusive for so long actually had a name. I've always known the name. I didn't just know it has anything to do with me. So, that awareness gave me a sense of relief. It also made me more compassionate towards others, meeting people with grace no matter what they are dealing with, because the truth is, we're all dealing with one thing or another. Either we express it or not. And humans are good at masking things carefully. I remember a few months back, I was trying to set up the landing page for my brand, deal with the logistics of forming an LLC, and start my MBA dissertation all at the same time. It felt overwhelming. And honestly, there were moments when I just wanted to shut everything down, and I questioned myself, is this really worth it? Like, really? But then I remembered that this was just a symptom and it can be managed. Like, this awareness brings me back to myself and to the stillness that I have. Without much further going on, I will dive into the strategies that helped me to regain focus. So what really helped me through the insights I got from therapy was breaking everything down into smaller and more manageable tasks. So instead of thinking about everything I need to get done in the long term, I focused on what I could do today, right this moment, right this minute. Tackling one thing at a time helps bring clarity to chaos. Something else that really grounds me is revisiting my why. Why did I get started? Why did I make that decision? The reason I'm doing all this. For me, it's about creating something meaningful, something that can make a real difference, while also documenting the journey. Whenever I feel lost or start questioning myself, I just simply remind myself of why I started in the first place. It doesn't really fix everything, but it brings back a sense of purpose and help me refocus, gets me back on track. This has actually helped me, and I continue to still refer to my why. Another thing that has been a game changing is incorporating mindfulness into my routine. I don't always get it right, but taking just 10 to 15 minutes to breathe, meditate, or even just sit in silence without doing anything helps bring some calm and clarity to my thoughts, especially in moments when I'm about to spiral. It's easier said than done, I know, but it's something that has become consistent for me now. The stillness of my body, the breath really brings everything back into focus and back to center. I also think it's important to manage your own expectations. Sometimes we expect, I expect myself to be superhuman, to be fully focused, to be fully energized, to be clear of everything, like there's no worry in the world. But the truth is, that is not just how things work. I mean, there's the illusion of it, but that's just not how things work. So accepting that as part of my humanness has been a big step for me. It's okay if you're not always in control. As long as you're learning and moving forward. I mean, I'm still a work in progress on this part myself, because if I say it's easy and possible to rewrite 20 plus year programming of constant mind chaos overnight, I'll be lying. But taking it a day at a time, a step at a time, a moment at a time, committing to your practice, for me, has a compounding interest that keeps on giving day in, day out. Also, one of the things I'm learning is that clarity is not a constant state. So sometimes you can feel clear, sometimes you cannot. So clarity is fleeting. One day everything is crystal clear, the next everything is all foggy and everything just rolls by. And I think that's just part of the process of life. So I'm learning to embrace this, ride the waves of focus, moments of doubt, and keep on moving regardless. It's part of being human. It would seem I keep mentioning the phrase, it's part of being human. But it's really a subtle reminder that we should just be simply human and embrace our humanity at every level and facet. If you're in a similar place, know that you're not alone. We all face challenges around focus and clarity. And sometimes the best thing you can do is to be gentle with yourself. Take one small step at a time. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you guys, how you deal with moments when focus and clarity seems very far away. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I think this is something we can all learn from each other on. In everything, let's embrace being human. I know I am. I'm trying my best. Every day, one step at a time, a moment at a time. Thanks for listening. I really do appreciate you joining me, looking into my social journal, watching it. Thank you so much. And I hope sharing this has helped someone out there who is struggling with the same thing. So on that note, don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep following along as I build my brand and share this journey unfiltered. Until next time, be safe and be well. Peace.